All right, we're starting out the morning with 8 ounces of egg whites. Put some Frank's Red Hot on there. I'm doing a little voiceover for this one because I don't want to be inconsiderate to other people in the house. All right, got some pancakes. I substituted these in instead of 75 grams of oats whey dry, which is typically what I usually have. I had this because I like pancakes, and it's a little bit less fiber for me. And this is the day where I'm going to be a little bit more lenient on my diet, so I do substitute these pancakes in once a week. So having a lot of that. I'm also a white girl and I like drinking LaCroix all day. So I'm going to eat those pancakes, get the syrup, trying to engorge myself in carbs so that way I could have a really sweet pump later. Alright, so we're finishing up that stack of pancakes right there. And now we're going to go over and have the last part of my breakfast, which is I'm going to have 50 grams of whey isolate. Look at me pour that water in that cup. You like that, everybody? Look at that. 2 scoops right there. Going to shake it up, and I'm going to drink it. All right, so I'm actually supposed to have 16 grams of peanut butter as well. I forgot to add that. I'm just going to have a couple small handfuls of peanuts to suffice. Hold on real quick. Let's just. No! Yeah! All right. So anyway, we're on meal 2 right now. So I'm eating 9 ounces of chicken and 110 grams of jasmine rice. And I threw some Frank's Red Hot on here. It's not adding any extra calories. It just makes it more palatable for me. So I like to douse things in hot sauce. Makes it a lot easier to get it down. So before I eat this, I wanted to say, so you got to just ask yourself a few questions. Are you eating enough? Are you on a meal plan and eating 5-6 times a day? That's like the first and foremost if you're trying to do everything you can to put on muscle and get big. A lot of people, like I know everyone out there seen like that Sam Sulik kid, which a lot of people when they were younger ate like crap like that. But that guy's pretty fortunate in that he is like almost nobody else is going to be able to eat that much food and stay as lean as him. He's eating in a manner that would make most people really fat. I would get fat eating like that, but he's able to do that. Now, I'm surprised he's gotten as far as he has without trying to maximize the quality of food he's getting everything from, and kudos to him, it's working out great. Most of us are not going to get away with that though. So I know like a lot of people are going to watch his videos and hopefully they don't use that as an excuse to eat like crap, but a lot of people are. They're just going to look for reinforcements to their negative behavior or lack of discipline. So anyway, this is meal 2. Also, you got to ask yourself too, like, am I skinny because I'm not eating enough, or am I eating a lot and I'm just skinny? Because if it's the latter, like, you're probably going to need to throw some dirtier food in there, but you need to be following a consistent meal plan for a couple months at least to get a good idea of, what the case is with your metabolism. You can't just go from eating 3 times a day and like not like loosely tracking things and being like, oh, I'm a hard gainer. It's like, no, you're not doing everything you should be to put on muscle. So this is meal 2. So this is about 2.5 hours later from the first meal. This is meal 2 of 6. And let's get to it. I'm gonna dig in. All right, apparently I have amnesia today. It's actually 210 grams of cooked jasmine rice, not 110. It's almost double what I said. I don't know what I'm thinking. You know what, everyone? I'm having one of those days, but we're just going to pound the food, get ready for the workout later, at least mentally, and we're going to try not to throw up by the end of the day. That's all we can hope for. Just trying to have a good time. Look at me just piling that food in right there. And this is probably one of the lightest meals of the day. That and the next one. The ones after that, I start getting pretty uncomfortably full. But we're going to move on and get ready for the next one. All right, so we're on meal 3 now. Yeah, 3. And it is 9 ounces of shrimp and 150 grams of jasmine rice. So another big amount of food. So we got number 3 out of 6 here. Actually, I lied to you last time I I filmed. I'm actually eating 7 meals today because today is the cheat meal day, and I have to eat that in addition to all the other meals. So that's what kind of makes it not so fun, because I've been piling food in for months now, and it gets pretty old. But these are the things we do for success. For success.
I guess I can't talk today. I don't know why I said 150. It's actually 250 grams of jasmine rice, which is almost double what I said. So sorry about that. But anyway, yeah, just putting a bunch of Frank's Red Hot on stuff and eating it as fast as I can. Again, I'm drinking LaCroix because I am a white girl. And you can see there, we just keep on piling in that food. Having a good day, not so bad. It's actually a pretty light meal. There's not a lot of fats in it, so that's pretty convenient for me. So look at me just scooping that food in right there. Yeah, and we're just going to start actually shoveling food. And we're almost done, everyone. You see that? You see that right there?
All right, now we're going on to our pre-workout meal, which is pretty big. I'll go over that in a second. But also part of that meal is to have a bunch of blueberries, 250 grams of blueberries. I'm actually not going to weigh them out today, but I'm just going to take handfuls of these and just shove them in my mouth. All right, so we're on meal number 4, which is another giant plate of food. This is actually 8 ounces of ground beef and 285 grams of cooked jasmine rice. So if you've actually been watching this far, now you've probably got an idea that when I say I'm shoveling food all day, it's quite literal if you've been watching. Because I would be sitting down eating like half the day if I wasn't doing it this way. But it's what you gotta do. And it's my day off of work today, so I'm starting to be a little bit more full than I was if I was working today. I would have, I would eat the meal 1 at home, and then I'd have meals 2, 3, and 4 packed with me at work. But because I'm moving around a little bit at work, that kind of makes it easier for me not to feel as full. But definitely just been like loafing around all day. I'm a bit more full than I would be otherwise. So I'm starting to feel that. But we're just gonna truck on forward, baby.
So now I've kind of reached the point where I have the TV on in the background. I really recommend doing that if you're sitting around at home and having to, look at that, I got my LaCroix again. When you're sitting around at home having to eat like that, I really recommend just like watching TV so you could zone out and not focus on every bite of food you have in front of you. But I'm just going to pile that in, give it about an hour, and then I'm going to go lift because lifting on a full stomach, I used to be able to do that when I was 18 years old. Not really the case anymore. I will throw up while I'm lifting if I attempt to do that now. But yeah, you just got to time things out really well. I actually have alarms on my phone to make sure I'm eating every 2.5 to 3 hours to make it easier on myself instead of piling it all in at the end of the day.
All right, we're post-workout now. We're going to have our post-workout shake. I have 2.5 scoops of whey isolate in here, and I have 70 grams of cream of rice. Now, if you cook this stuff, it expands way too much. And if you're bulking, I don't recommend cooking it. I just literally poured this into the shake. Now, if you're cutting weight by chance, then I would definitely just like pour this in a separate bowl, put some water in there and cook it because it expands a lot and it's more stuff to fill in your stomach for the same amount of calories. So I also forgot to film. I ate a banana right now. I forgot to film it though. So yeah, my post-workout is this and a banana. Also, shout out to my girlfriend who just sent this to me today. I really like this shaker cup. Thank you.
All right, and when you got the cream of rice in there, I really recommend just kind of shaking the cup around a little bit in between gulps. That way you don't have a giant clump of sand-textured cream of rice you have to chew on at the end. Not the most fun thing to do. But it's also extremely efficient, lots of good calories, and very easy to just down and get in your system very quickly.
All right, we are on meals number 6 right now, and I'm starting to be uncomfortably full. Meal number 6 is just 11 ounces of shrimp and 6 grams of olive oil put on there. I'm not putting the hot sauce on the shrimp. For some reason, when it's just the protein, it makes it a lot harder to eat it fast, and we all know I like to shovel food. Especially this. This is not fun to eat. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this. And usually on days that are not the cheat day, I'm gonna put a half a cup of green beans with this, just to try and get some good nutrients in me and a little extra fiber from actual food. But I'm not doing that today because it's going to fill me up too much for my last meal, which is going to be gigantic. So let's get to it.
Now you might be wondering, why the giant plate of shrimp? Well, you should listen to your coach first of all. But the thought process that he's using with that is I'm eating so much food throughout the day. The white fish is like almost no fat in there. There's no carbs. It's just protein. It's not very heavy on your stomach, and we're just getting a lot of protein in through that. It's a quality source, and it's not going to completely trash your stomach, so you're able to shovel more food. That's what it's all about, everyone. Things that digest quickly and don't fill you up too much, so you can just keep shoveling more food. It's the name of the game here. We're trying to get obese, but with muscle, not fat. I am a little chunky right now, though. We're a few months into an off-season bulking setting, but that's what you got to do to get huge, everybody. Look at that. I'm speeding this up because it's taking me a while to chew this food down. It's not the best, but we got a couple more bites left. And you could see, even though I have the video sped up, I'm starting to eat it a bit slower because I'm full.
All right, we are on the 7th and final meal. I'm going to say it again for everyone who may have not been paying attention. I have this meal once a week. It is a cheat meal I have in addition to all my other meals. It's programmed in, it's planned, it's meant to be something shitty. Do not do this every day. You will get extremely fat. It's one meal with the purpose of helping me drive my weight up. And then it's back to everything else you've seen me eat, minus the pancakes in the morning. I swapped those out on today because normally I have 75 grams of oatmeal. It's a bit heavier on my stomach, and just with the volume of food I'm eating today, I swap it out for the pancakes. I like the pancakes, but yeah, it's a once a week deal. So 4 McDoubles and a large fry. All right, and I had to speed this video up even more than the previous ones because the raw video footage was 15 minutes long for me to eat this, and despite the videos being fed up, you could see that I have been slamming food very fast despite that, but it's taking me that long now. Now, someone out there might be asking, like, well, why McDonald's? That's pretty terrible for you. It's like, yeah, I agree, but it's also programmed in. Oh, well, not the McDonald's specifically. I could have anything I want for this cheat meal once a week. I'm going to stress the once a week part. And the reason I picked this is because I'm not like freshly out of a cut. I'm not like freshly leaned out. I'm not immediately post rebound, which means I'm not like starving all day long. Like, I've been doing this for months now. I'm extremely full. I've been setting phone alarms just to remind me to eat because it's become a chore. So I picked this because it has a good amount of protein and a lot of carbs, which is a requirement of this meal. Like, that's the bare bones requirements for it. Could be anything, but McDonald's is extremely easy to eat. And that's what I'm going for at this point. Just something that meets that bare bones criteria and is extremely easy to eat. That's what I'm going for there. And it's taken me a long ass time to eat this. It's not fun. I hope you guys like the duck in the background and that little thing that says "No Bear Left Behind." So I'm not having a good time here. So actually, towards the end of this meal, I was fighting the urge to throw up because that's how full I am. But you got to do what you got to do. And we do this so we could get freaking huge, everybody. Get freaking huge, hit PRs, and keep on getting big. I'm watching TV as well because I cannot focus on every bite of this. It'll be terrible for me. But we're eating that. We're chewing it down. We're staring off into the distance, into the dark void of the unknown. And
we just keep looking down periodically to see, oh my God, what am I doing with my life? I'll tell you what I'm doing, everyone. I'm lifting weights, I'm eating burgers, and I'm getting gigantic. That's what it's all about. Hope you guys like my tattoo. I know I sure do. That's why I got it. And we're sitting there. My stomach is so distended at this point. Hope you guys really enjoy seeing the top of that. I pretty much feel like a whale now. I'm well past the point of manually breathing. It's become terrible eating this. And I appreciate you guys bearing with me for being a freaking slob.
Sorry, the audio rudely cut me off. I appreciate you bearing with me being a freaking slob. It was not the most fun to eat that, but I hope everyone enjoyed the video. That's the cheat meal day. I figured this would be a good one to record because that is the most amount of food I'm eating in one day. All the other days of the week would be the first 6 minus that terrible McDoubles meal at the end. And I'm doing that purely to acutely drive my weight up. There's going to be a lot of inflammation, a lot of water retention. The days preceding that, like specifically like the next 3 days, you got to stay on plan. You got to do your cardio. You got to not slack off. You got to not be lazy. And things will return to baseline and hopefully improve a little bit. If there's a point where it's not benefiting me, that will absolutely get cut off. But you always want to approach that point when it gets there and not do anything off plan. Always listen to your coach.